shake that ass. Cheers is back. Now shake that ass, now shake that ass. Cheers is back. Now shake that ass, now shake that ass. Always up front and never fucking last. I got a full tank of gas. As we light up the road, I got 2 tall cans, and I'm ready to go. I call them road sodas, bitch, and they got a flow. And if you didn't know, bitch, now you know. Now shake that ass, now shake that ass. Cheers is back. Now shake that ass, now shake that ass. Cheers is back. Now shake that ass, now shake that ass. Always up front and never fucking last. If you catch me swerve, no you didn't trick, hit the brakes. My tires got that sticky, so you know she grips. I ain't switching, quit your bitch. We gotta be stitching. It's time to go, I gotta go. And if you didn't know, bitch, now you know. Now shake that ass, now shake that ass. Cheers is back. Now shake that ass, now shake that ass. Cheers is back. Now shake that ass, now shake that ass. Always up front and never fucking last. I got a full tank of gas. As we light up the road, I got 2 tall cans, and I'm ready to go. I call them road sodas, bitch, and they got a flow. And if you didn't know, bitch, now you know.
Rolling through the gears in my race transmission, working through a field of cars in my way as I roll. As the laps wind down, I need to change positions, making moves through the smoke, gotta hit the hole. The crossings at attention as we cross the finish line. As I close the gap, I know for sure that it's do or die. Gotta make that past the party like it's 99. This is skills you have to sacrifice when it comes time to be a champion in gears. It's gonna be too hard to get. You have so much competition that you're starting to sweat. You gotta stack those dubs like placing your bets to stand out from the rest. You have to be at your best. The crossheads at attention as we cross the finish line. As I close the gap, I know for sure that it's do or die. Gotta make that past the party like it's 99. This is gears you have to sacrifice when it comes time to be a champion in gears. It's gonna be too hard to get. You have so much competition that you're starting to sweat. You gotta stack those dubs like placing your bets to stand out from the rest. You have to be at your best to be a champion in gears. It's gonna be too hard to get. You have so much competition that you're starting to sweat. You gotta stack those dubs like placing your bets to stand out from the rest. You have to be at your best. Now we in victory lane, taking home all the cash, the glory and the fame, and getting all of that ass. You in a garage contemplating about making that pass. I suggest you get back in the car and work on your craft. The crossheads at attention as we cross the finish line. As I close the gap, I know for sure that it's do or die. Gotta make that past the party like it's 99. This is gears you have to sacrifice when it comes time. Gotta make that past the party like it's 99. This is gears you have to sacrifice when it comes time.
Little big gear drops another one. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Down in 12 packs, man, so obscene. Got my mullet fresh cut and my bush light. Gonna get some bitches I know for sure tonight. Turning left, hit the gas, I gotta set my sights. When I win, I'm going in on your mom tonight. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Down to 12 packs, man, so obscene. Feeling good in my zone, I'm top of the pack. I still got 2 big balls in my big nut sack. Feel my bumper like I'm bumper, set you to the back. Just like your mama, cause she loves it in the crack. Bitch, pop that ass, come
Welcome, everyone, to tonight's action at Michigan International Speedway. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. I got Trenoir rocking to some music right now in the green room. We are getting set, ready to rock for the Motor City 200, sponsored by Joseph Enright and ABBA.
Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Its pace must embrace each moment with patience to race. The rush to the finish only steals today's light. Slow down, breathe deep, let life's course feel right. Turning in circles like how life flows, spinning through the heights, spiraling to the lows. Caught in the cycles.
Big shout out to Rob Rosello Jr. for resubscribing 6 months in Tier 1. You are the fucking man. Thank you, Rob Rosello.
Wondering how I got here, lost in a whirlwind of dreams, searching the clouds for answers in abstract streams. What lies ahead? A mystery cloaked in night.
Rosello's losing his mind right now.
Holding on to hold tight.
Starting a hype train even before we begin. 2 minutes. Point of schedule. Rosello, you're the man. lost his mind. Doing the hype train, gifting out subs. Like it's a nice small little candy that you gift from your grandma. Rob Rossello, thank you so much for that. Bringing in the show with that gets me fucking hyped. And I'm happy to bring you the Motor City 200 right here at Michigan International Speedway, right here on twitch.tv. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat, alongside with me, Andrew Bisag, a.k.a. Trenoir, in the house. How are you, Andrew?
What is up, party people? Pop the clutch.
Pop the clutch and pop that ass. This is setting a new record right now. Hype train
Drop
has
it
started.
in reverse and back it up, please.
Back it up. Put it in reverse, Terry. Very amazing. Again, thank you guys for the support. Rob here tonight with big support coming through fucking awesomely, buddy.
10 subs.
It was like more like 12 or 13. I don't know, like 15 actually. 15 subs tonight he's already handed out, which blows my mind. So, while I'm sitting here in awe, let's try to go through the Cup Series schedule because that's what I can comprehend at the moment. Tonight, Michigan International Speedway. Next week is going to be Rockingham. And then the following week will be at Charlotte. And then we're going to be off for a week. It said Horseboat. There's a gap in the date between May 19th and June 2nd. That is because there's a Gears meetup at Charlotte Motors Speedway for the ARCA race, the Xfinity race, and the Cup race. You're going to see Gears employees all over that track, maybe like 20, 25 deep. Again, I've got a big announcement for Charlotte, but I'm not going to unleash it just yet. For ARCA, again, and our buddy Brayton Laster, we have partnered. Again, that's a hint, but I'm not going to drop any more. We got other shit to get to. But again, Charlotte, May 19th, we got a week off, and then back at it for Monza. Now, Monza, please keep in mind, that is going to be my dash cam. Actually, probably through my VR headset. So you're going to see POV, what I am seeing, in about 3 weeks from tonight, or a month, whatever the hell you want to call it.
That's going to be amazing.
It's going to be awesome. Let's talk about the points, because everybody is concerned about the points. Totally get it here for the Motor City 200, sponsored by Joseph Enright and ABBA. Okay, Colby Hogan is still your points leader with 557 points and 3 wins on the season. Gary Owen has moved up into second place, 134 points back. Michael DeWalt, 154 points back. Skylar Comstock, 198. Then you have Brad Gutierrez, Aiden Donahue, Min Hang, Joseph Stafford, and Travis Stroney, and Jesse Becker, essentially your top 10, with Van Drugman retiring from the Gears Cup Series. Biggest mover this week was the 5 of Connor Rowe, moving up 7 spots from 19th to 12th. And the biggest loser this week was Joseph Stafford, 3 spots when he was in 5th. So again, that's pretty cool. Hopefully you got all of that. We're getting high above in the meandyourmom.com blimp cam as we get ready for Michigan. 1 minute away until qualifying. Again, Monday night is always the right night for racing here in the Gears Cup Series. Again, next week, want to give a big shout out for the Rock Lobster 200.
Rock Lobster.
Rock Lobster. Again, sponsored by Storm Motorsports, a team here across multiple leagues in iRacing. But Storm putting their money where their mouth is and sponsoring next week at Rockingham. So that's going to be amazing. Can't wait
Rock Lobster.
for that. Rock Lobster.
That's what I see on the advert there.
And then tomorrow night, May 6th at Kentucky Speedway, we have the Buffalo Trace 200 right there on twitch.tv/basepuppy. Go ahead and give him a follow if you haven't already. That is going to be a banger, and I will be up in race control. Buffalo Trace is
That's the booze, huh?
for those.
Is that what we're drinking that Monday night or what? I'll have to stop by the liquor store for that.
Well, that'll be tomorrow night, and I ain't drinking Buffalo Trace. Fuck that noise. 8 p.m. Eastern on the Eastern Seaboard, and we are ready for qualifying right here, right meow, on Casa de la Horseboat.
Yeah.
what I call a habitual line stepper. He puts in crazy shit in the Discord chat, and sometimes I really think it's funny. Other times, I'm a little shocked. But again, nonetheless.
Gotta ride that razor's edge.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does. Turn down the tunage. All right, let's bring out what you guys came to hear and see. Sights and sounds of Michigan. Let's find somebody to ride with.
Get you going.
Let's start out with the 20 of Mike DeWalt. Again, off last week, back this week. Feeling refreshed. Again, as you may have known, he took a vacation inside of his apartment, put sand in it. He made it really hot in there. Made it a tropical sunset in there as well. He painted a mural. He won't tell me what the mural is. Either way,
it's a mural of you.
Laid across the couch in the nude. Mike
It's a
DeWalt
mural of
first lap.
himself.
Yeah, with DeWalt Power Tools.
Just scattered around the room.
That's right. That's right. It goes into turn
like,
1 and 2.
Hey, check
just
out this
up a
new
lane
miter
off
saw.
the inside. Shut up. Down the back stretch he goes. In that Dwight. Why am I saying Dwight? DeWalt, Mike's Harder Lemonade, Strawberry, Toyota Camry.
Hey, baby, want to see my impact drill?
No, I do not. Coming out of 4. It's weird that you called me baby, but that's all right. Coming across the start-finish line. Let's see what he gets. Lap number 1 for Mike DeWalt, 39.07, putting him on the pole. Not for long, 38.95 for Jacob Malone. Knock it down to 4th. Now see what his second lap is like. Ryan Robertson moving up into 4th with a 39.07 as well. Kobe Hogan on track here. Let's see if we get our points leader. Mike DeWalt going into 3 and 4. Wait for our points leader to get out there. Trying to get all he can out of this track. Second lap will be for Mike DeWalt. A 38.95. Good enough for 3rd right now. Popping down to 4th. Now Jacob Malone back up. Jonathan Militia with a 38.89 for the 69 teammate of Mike
Nice.
DeWalt. Colby Hogan, your points leader. Let's talk to him. Or let's walk with him, I should say, as he's getting ready for his warm-up lap. And we are off. Fantastic. Going into turn 1 and 2.
That sharp Negro Modelo looking good.
It is a very, very hot car, hot commodity. Points leader, 3 wins for the 10 car. Colby Hogan. And we have 40 plus tonight, so people will be going home.
40 plus.
Across the start-finish line, Colby Hogan comes. Looks like that's going to be a 38.82, good enough for a 3rd, and he's shutting it down right then and there. Fantastic work. By the 10 team. I'll show you the top 20 here right now. Currently out as it stands, Jack Stanley on the bubble. Nate Williams on the outside with the 39.58. Brandon Meyer has yet to qualify, as well as Gary Owen. Let's see from Gary. We'll keep the music going, but we'll ride along with him as he's trying to crack inside of that top 40. Right now, Nate Williams would be the man out. And Jack Stanley is now out. Andrew Allen on the bubble. Gary Owen, 20th so far with a 39.02, and that's what he's going to do. So again, Gary Owen getting in the show. 2 drivers not getting in tonight, Jack Stanley and Nate Williams. Brandon Meyer has yet to qualify. I don't think he will. At least that's what it looks like. And we'll be out of this one. All right, let's see if we can talk to somebody here tonight. I'm going to talk to Brad Gutierrez. He's always interesting when he's on our show. But we're going to talk to him right now for a minute while they get ready to do the race of shame. Brad Gutierrez, you got a copy.
Sir, how are you doing?
Doing well. Wanted to reach out. Got a top 10. I think you're qualifying 7th tonight. How does the car feel at Michigan?
It feels great. I've got a master plan. I met Carlos Sainz over the weekend, and I got a good luck handshake. He said good luck. I'm feeling really good, but I would really hate if I got wrecked.
So I got to ask
plan.
you, let's talk about your experience again. You had to go do an F1 race, with that game or whatever, and you ended up winning to meet Carlos Sainz. How long was that, and how was the experience?
So they had a go by districts here in Florida, and they had a Tampa district, and I didn't know about it till the day before. I was just going through Twitter, found out about it. I went because it was down the street from my school. I won there, so they invited me out to Miami where the final was, and I raced against like 9 other guys that won against like their district.
Sure.
And yeah, we got to meet Carlos. I got to meet Carlos, shook his hand, he got a signature. It was pretty cool experience. I'm not gonna lie.
How long was it? Was it just a quick like wham bam, thank you ma'am, I'm out of there, or did you get a couple moments just to hang out and ask him a question or two?
Yeah, I gotta ask him a question. You gotta talk about how do you get into racing and all that stuff. Like I was just being really professional about it.
Oh sure.
And then sign autograph. I asked him, how do you, like if you don't have a lot of money, how do you get into it? And he explained like there's possibilities still. It's just obviously without financial backing, you're just it's rough, so.
Hey man, you got the personality and hopefully the time. If you do, maybe that's something you can do. You're a damn good driver. Again, on a little bit of a race drought. We kind of discussed that via DM today, but you're hoping to break the streak here tonight. Good luck to you, Brad.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, man.
Oh, I get it. Good luck, man, and yeah, hopefully we see you in victory lane.
All right, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Gotta be impartial, but he's gonna be my pick tonight in the 84. He is due. It's been a long time. Him and Mike DeWall both are kind of on a drought, and it seems to is really starting to get to them, I know, in their heads a little bit. But Andy, if you had to pick tonight with the field, who would you go with?
Gosh, we've all been yearning for it. I'm going with this pick again. I know it seems redundant, but Mike DeWalt's my pick tonight.
Oh shit! The battle of the
He's gonna
droughts.
break
Who
the
finishes
streak.
better? Streak is intact. Jack Stanley, Nate Williams out there doing the race of shame. We'll get him a little blimp cam coverage. Again, this is merely going through the paces of this. As funny as it kind of is, these two guys going to race for like 3 laps. And, yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. Green. These guys go. But again, as we venture into the night, I'm up to 23 subs because of this crazy stuff going down here tonight. Again, thank you all again. If you don't have a sub, you might get gifted one here. But if you do have Amazon Prime or anything, you have 1 free sub to give. Again, commercial-free viewing for you. And also, good vibes for us. Again, a lot of the stuff goes right back into the stream and what we're doing. Trying to get fiber out here. Emailing these dudes every week for my internet service provider. And I'm going to keep doing that until I get my way. Again, these guys are racing each other. Looks like Jack Stanley. Looks like Williams is going to park. Again, at least one of them has to finish the race, and that's what's going to happen here. But again, spring has sprung out here in the United States. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of good stuff.
Sprung like a mofo.
Sprung it is. Again, in the chat, who says stale praying? Only Roca Car, Tennessee. Come to watch the race, staying for the drama. Yeah.
Nice.
Alex Dake says Mike easily finishes top 2 tonight. Wow. Show
Meet
the
me
tower,
outside.
not the ticker. This guy's telling me how to run a stream. He's killing me inside. We get Michigan Motor City 200 coming up here in just a few moments. Having to go through the paces of the race of shame. And then they get a little bit of a warm-up. So hang around, stay with us. We'll get some shots of the warm-up once they get out on track. But again, if you know these drivers, if you know who you're messing with, who's your pick here tonight? I would love to know. Give us a shout. Well, while we have a moment, let's go back again. Let's talk about the points just for a split second. Again, Colby Hogan with triple-digit lead on the rest of the field. Gary Owen has popped up to be the contender. Michael DeWalt always seems to be near the top all season long. Again, he's come runner-up the last couple years in a row. Last season didn't end up like that, but he's been in the top 3 making the final stages of those playoffs, which are now eliminated. But Brad Gutierrez, Skylar Comstock, Aiden Donahue, new to the league, but not new to winning with 2 this year. Ben Hang trying to get that first win. Joe Stafford, Travis Stroney, Jesse Becker, a lot of good household names here at Gears. If you watched Gears, you know some of these names. Kyle Munson, Brandon Meyer, Jonathan Militia, Ryan Robertson inside the top 20, Eric Sable, Jake Cook, Blake Schneider, and Fortson Poston. Again, we're just touching the surface. This is the first half of the regular season. Next week, coming to a close, the first half, and then we go into the second half at Charlotte 2 weeks from tonight. And I hope you'll be there with us. Let's take a look now out on the track. Again, meandyourmom.com, Blimp Cam. Tonight's event sponsored by ABBA. Joseph Enright, let's get him some TV time while we can. Oh, looks like he's not on track. But always good to have sponsorship. Again, tonight, with ABBA coming aboard, or Joseph Enright coming aboard, promoting his favorite band, ABBA. That's pretty cool, wouldn't you say? Oh, we got an HB drink time. Mike 75th, subscribe with Prime this moment. Thank you very much. Now let's get a drink. Oh, fuck you, Andy.
That's for you, buddy.
That's for me. All right. Well, you're all going to get to see that in just a moment. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, there it is. Right on.
Oh.
These guys get warmed up. HB drink time. Again, Coors Light sponsoring my stomach. Again, if you're 21 or older, or you're super cool. Very tasty. Again, we have less than 10 seconds to go before we get ready to do the grid walk. And Jacob Malone on the pole here tonight. Not a surprise. The kid is dominant. You guys rock with the subs. Rob and Mike, you guys are great. I appreciate that. Again, I don't get paid to do this. Purely all on subs and all that fun shit. So again, we appreciate that. Thank you all. And thank you, the fans, for coming out here. If you're lurking or twerking, we appreciate the support.
Hurting for
Gears
squirting?
Cup Series. I am not.
Did you write that?
What? I didn't write that. I don't know.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about. Again, take a look at tonight's grid. Again, powered by ABBA and Joseph Enright. Thank you for that. Let you walk down the list, and then we'll do a quick grid walk ourselves. Again, 40
Take a hot
cars
ride to
in
me
the
and your
field.
mom.com Blimp Cam.
It is getting hot and heavy here as we are just about ready to go as everybody's starting to hit the track. Shows 43, but we're only running 40. All right, let's see what we got here for the grid walk again tonight. Jacob Malone on the pole and ready to roll. Outside of him in the 30 is Eric Sable. In row number 2, we have the 8 of Keaton Salyers and the points leader, the 10 of Colby, hell yeah, brother, Hogan. In row 3, we have the 82 of Aiden Donahue and the 75 of Joe Stafford. In row 4, we have the 84 of Brad Gutierrez and the 42 of Hector Colazo. In row 5, we have the 5 of Connor Rowe and the 69 of Jonathan Militia. In row 6, we have the 26 of Fortson Poston and the 11 of Min Hang. In row 7, we have the 35 of Austin Thomas and the 20 of Mike DeWalt. In row 8, we have the 81 of Merrick Watchhorn and the 98 of Jake Hall. In row 9, we have the 23 of Chase Crawl and the 29 of Stephen Gurley Jr. In row 10, we have the 2 of Ryan Robertson and the 87 of Gary Owen. In row 11, we have the 9 of Jason Harrison and the 22 of Christian Ruck Regal. In row 12, we have the 05 Ethan Wisnowski and the 7 Joseph Enright. In row 13, we have, looks like, the 28 of Skylar Comstock and the 43 of Josh Cole. And in row 14, we have the 38 of Jeremy Eshelman and the 1 of Austin Dowdy. Jay Cook and Travis Stroney is in row 15. Row 16, we have Robert Rossello Jr. and Jesse Becker. The 084 of Mike Poole and the 3 of Aiden Lunn is row 17. Row 18 is going to be Kyle Munson and Chris Bishop. Row 19 is Blake Schneider and Christian Taylor. And row 20, rounding out your field, is Devin Lowry and the 88 of Andrew Allen. Always awesome to get through the field right before they depart.
Nice pack of cars tonight, Tom.
A full field, and we love it. We appreciate that. Getting a lot of dedication.
I'm going to grab a snack.
Grabbing a snack right on the restart. I don't know if that's a smart play or not, but we're going to find out. Again, tensions rising here as we get close to the halfway point of the season. Nothing set in stone. And I would imagine the point standings changing quite significantly over the next 11 races. Pace car is off. 2 Toyota Camrys leading us off. And we are going green for the Motor City 200 right here at Michigan.
Let's go. Bumping right out the gate.
We are off and running. Jacob Malone holding that inside line, trying to clear up. Looks like, holy shit, Keaton Salyers going stage left and exiting. Pure chaos mid-pack, 3-4 wide. Look at the spread, the difference in the drivers' lines and their approach. A lot of chaos right now, a lot of control. 100 laps here tonight. Fuel strategy a must. Maybe getting 30 laps out of your car, depends on how you're pushing. Tire wear is also an issue here, which we're gonna have to keep an eye on. He's right on board with the 35 of Austin Thomas. Running around in 14th. A big shout out to these guys. One thing we do well, super speedway like racetracks, passing 23. Chase Crawl goes Austin Thomas. These guys do a great job. They're back up in front. Inside goes the 30 of Eric Sable, Blue Moon. One of my favorite beers to drink. We got action behind us. Jonathan Militia going for a ride. And we have a yellow flag first one tonight. Jonathan Militia finding out real quick what they're looking at. Simply stunning. Back that ass up and see what we can see. It looks like the yellow flag was called, but I'm not sure if that was iRacing or if it was iRacing or if it was our race control. We're going to back that ass up and see what we can see. Give me just a moment, and I will make that happen. Get a live look from the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. Get a nice account for what's going on here. Let's transition back in now. Looks like inside line for Militia. Militia looks like he just, gets connected with Min Hang, gets loose, goes around. Oh, ass end hits the inside wall on the backstretch, thus bringing the caution out. That's pretty simple on that one for your Gears Cup Series instant replay. Jacob Malone, your leader. Again, on the pole for this one. Again, we picked two drivers in droughts right now. I picked the 84 of Brad Gutierrez. Andy Bisag picked the 20 of Mike DeWalt right now. Brad Gutierrez sitting in third. Mike DeWalt sitting in ninth, but it is a long race to go, Andy.
Long race to go. Especially if, I noticed these guys are getting loose out there. What do you think that's about?
Track
is it just a concrete surface here? Or?
It might be that, or it is, the surface temperature of these tracks. I noticed, if we put the track temperature or the time, earlier or later in the year, it affects everything. The atmosphere, the track temperature, everything. So you have to be really careful with how you set it up. Track temp may be a little hot here tonight. I am not entirely sure. But again, Michigan in these cars naturally runs a little loose rather than tight. It's just how you get that car to turn. Some of these guys handle it very well. Some others not so much. I'm surprised to see Jonathan Militia get caught up in a little looseness there. But again, it is racing. It is what it is, as they say.
Yeah, I watched it a couple times. It didn't really look like he was. It looked like he kind of just got in it a little bit, and it was a bounce reaction.
Yeah, just made a little contact with Min Hang and put himself around, and that's all you need. You really don't need much more. Pace car light should be going off again. All restarts will be in the the Geico restart zone. And here we go. Looks like Malone's going to choose the inside line as we re-rack and get back to green flag action. Base Puppy says too many road sodas for Jonathan Militia in Road Soda Motorsports. But again, you wouldn't be promoting your sponsor, with dignity if you weren't having a few road sodas. Again, I'm going to reach out to Coors Light because I drink Coors Light a lot when I'm on air. Might be like, hey, maybe we need a silver bullet in here. Get that train in the loose and loud.
And here's what you get: a 6-foot blow up bottle of Coors.
That'd be dope. I would put it in. I would put it behind me.
This is what we get. This is what we get. This is what we'll give you. It's what we had lying around the old swag storage.
Swag. Damn, girlfriend.
Swag.
But here we get back to re-rack and get back to racing. Jacob Malone, Eric Sable, row 1. Brad Gutierrez, Colby Hogan, row 2. Aiden Donahue, Joe Stafford, row 3. Connor Rowan, Min Hang, row 4. With your top 10 rounded out with Mike DeWalt and Jake Hall. And pace car lights are off as they are going to get close. Dance to a couple slow jams as we get back to green flag racing. Pace car is going to go away. The 45 has control in the restart zone. And we're going to get back at it for the Motor City 200, sponsored by Joseph Enright and ABBA. I honestly think this season that ABBA would be pushed for a sponsor. Jacob Malone holding the dogs at bay as everybody else, Aiden Donahue, Eric Zabel, jockeying for position. Speaking of jockeying, if anyone did not catch the Kentucky Derby Saturday afternoon, it was amazing. Sovereignty being the winner. Little known fact about me, Andy, I don't know if you even knew this about me, I am an avid, I love watching Triple Crown.
No, I actually did not know that.
I enjoy it.
The Preakness, the Belmont Stakes.
Everything. Kentucky Derby was last weekend. It was awesome. Again, it's only like 2 minutes.
I was just hoping
right?
that you were going to be impressed that I actually knew the three.
No, that
There's
is
a lot of
impressive.
people who
Not
don't
many
even know
people
that.
know.
Nobody gets the Preakness. That's the one most people don't get.
What I'm watching right now is some pretty hot action. 87 to Gary Owen carrying 3 wide. A lot of 3 wide. If they're able to hold it, it's pretty, it's majestic. Josh Cole right there. Right on board with our race sponsor, Joseph Allen. Tom, is the 42 showing in the 95 car for you? Let's find out. Yes, he is. Yes, definitely. Somebody wanted to ka-chow a little too hard. Ka-chow. Min Hang right on board with him. Min Hang trying to get his first win of the year. Min, a great designer, as well as a pretty damn good driver. Runs me over every time. Joking aside, as he's all over the ass of the 84 right now. Brad Gutierrez, that 84 Carvana. And that's the guy who got to run around with Carlos Sainz the other day. Andy, I would be impressed if we did Carlos Sainz.
Nope.
He's like, no fucking idea, not even try.
No idea.
He's a Formula One driver. That's what he was talking about when he came into that weekend.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Brad Gutierrez is a great driver again on that drought. Aiden Donahue not on a drought, trying to come back to get another win. I think his last win was at Bristol, right on board with the 82. Beautiful in-car cam. The beers are flowing way too good on a Monday.
Looks like Minhag's got a little momentum out of that last turn. Him and Aiden are going to catch him out in the rest of the pack on the front there.
It will be definitely interesting. Colby Hogan now running the high line, trying to get out in front. Not going to do it right now, but it is interesting with the lane choices that these guys are making up here in the front. They are different. We'll see how that plays out. 84 giving the 10 a bump.
Gonna get wild right here.
It might. Again, that high line.
75 and 11 are fighting for the air, but
action behind us.
Ming just got cut out to dry there. He's gonna have to take his medicine.
Driver in the top 10, Travis Stroney. Top 10 in points, currently 15th. Trying to pass the 26 of Forts and Poston. Got the 35 there, Boston Thomas, all over the ass end of the 29 Steven Jr. Let's move back a little bit more, see what we can see. And 14 laps in. Oh, we got more struggles. It is wild time here in the Gear Cup Series. Merrick Watchorn's front end looks a little crinkly. No doubt affecting his performance.
Sure does.
Rotating back up to the TH Designs of Ryan Robertson, number 2. That Deuce looking Deuce-tacular. I just wanted to say Deuce. That is a perfect segue to our first Loose and Loud of the night, again sponsored by ABBA. And Joe Van Ryan always appreciates sponsorship. Here's your first Loose and Loud courtesy of ABBA Voyage. Gutierrez tried to contend for the lead. It did not work out as planned. He has moved back to 4th. Biggest mover of the night. Big shout out, starting at 30th, now up to 13th. Travis Stroney, the 14
Nice,
machine.
Rolling.
Temperance, Michigan native, hanging out there. Riding on board with him right now as he sees a few cars in his way. But 13th right now, man, you can't hate on that. Good job. Jacob Malone, Colby Hogan, Minhang, Brad Gutierrez, Aiden Donahue, your top 5 with Eric Sable, Jake Hall, Joe Stafford, Connor Rowe, and the 20 of Mike DeWalt. Rounding out your top 10, and it is competitive all over the track right now. See this nose to tail. Riding on board with Joseph Enright. Cruising around at 15th. Could easily be up in the 10th right now, and he is in the thick of it. Ryan Robertson on the outside. Looks like Enright's going to duck back in. The 35 all over, rushing it all over the back bumper of the 7th. God damn it. Got another HP drink time.
Minhang's worked his way up to 3rd, bro.
We are gonna do it. How many beers do I have left?
Hopefully there's like 4 more.
No, dude, I have this one that I have in my hand right now, which is like a half. Then I have a whole one left. That is it. I have, wow, drank 6 beers tonight. Wow. Better than what I used to drink back in the day. Few reserves. That'll get you fucked up in a hurry.
Old English high gravity.
That would too, and those hurricanes. Hurricanes were just.
Boone's Farm.
What is that? Boone's Farm. One wine you could take yourself on an island. It's Boone's Farm. Just kidding.
Nice box wine.
I don't know if you ever watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Minhang now moving up, trying to challenge for the lead. They had one where it was a box wine episode where all they were drinking is box wine. Their teeth were fucking purple. Really funny. Look at this group, 3rd on back. Brad Gutierrez's front bumper is dented in. Makes me worry. He's still running around in 3rd. It's not affecting his arrow. Well, that might now since he scraped the wall. Colby Hogan cutting in front of Jake Hall right there. Kind of making it
Wow.
sus. 3
That was
wide.
pretty close.
Oh, we have a caution. Steven Jr. has gone off the track. Let's find out what happened. Oh, we already see it. Looks like the 22 of Christian Ruck Regal involved. This is going to be good. Let's back it up a little bit more so we can see transpire. Let's get a meetyourmom.com blimp cam shot. Full time now.
Back that ass up.
And it
come
looks
to green.
like Gurley Jr., Stephen Gurley Jr. just
Ooh,
got a little
touch with
squirrely on the
tips.
backstretch. Got a little touch, little tap. And that's all that's needed. Let's go to chopper cam. Yeah, he just cut down. It looks like in front of the 22. Yeah, he tried to go make a move. Oh, and he tapped it once. That's the interesting. 22 said he gave him a warning. They were side by side coming out of 2.
It did kind of give him a warning. Hey, stay in your
gave him a
lane,
warning
guy.
shot, said, nope, you're not clear. And he's like, I'm going to do it again. And there he goes.
He's
That's
like, okay,
unfortunate.
bye-bye.
That is unfortunate for the 22 because the 22 really, he could have probably gone down there, but why would you want to?
Right.
And here they
Just holding his
come
lane.
down pit road.
BRB.
Pit road for the first time tonight. Let's see what we got. Looks like a lot of gas and goes. Mid-hang, or at least two on the outside. Looks like Mid-hang is going to get out in first. Yes, he will. Wow. Mid-hang getting out. Jake Hall, Jacob Malone, Eric Sable, Colby Hogan, Connor Rowe, Gary Owen, Aiden Donahue, Mike DeWalt, and Josh Cole. Josh Cole, biggest mover with Travis Strone. He started 26, currently now cracking the top 10. Wow.
Back.
Good pit stops. Jonathan Militia looks like he's trying to get the reach around. Wave around. And he's going to get it. Min-hang is going to assume the lead here when we go back to green flag racing. Jake Hall is going to be on that outside, but Jacob Malone right there. Not far off. And the other front row person, 30 of Eric Sable, right there as well. Again, pace car lights are off. 69 is going to get the wave around. And we're going to get back at it here in just a moment. Again, Min-hang, Jake Hall, row 1. Jacob Malone, Eric Sable, row 2. Colby Hogan, Connor Rowe, row 3. Gary Owen, Aiden Donahue, Mike DeWalt, and Josh Cole. Rounding out your top 10, honorable mention, Ryan Robertson and Austin Thomas, Joseph Enright, Travis Strone, Chase Crawl, Jay Cook, Christian Ruck-Regal, Fortson Poston, Jesse Becker, and Jeremy Eshelman. I combined the two just because I thought it was fun. Again, control in the restart zone will go to the 11 car. Turn down this music.
Min-hang just killing it tonight.
Min-hang is on a mission. And he typically is. He's very good, very talented in that 11 MH Designs Ford Mustang. And only 2 cautions so far. It's been a great race to speak of.
How about Josh Cole having a good night too? Started 26, he's moved up to the top 10.
That is quite interesting. Here we go. The 11 is bringing us back for the Motor City 200. Min-hang holding that top line down, now comes down. Trying to block that momentum of the 45 of Jacob Malone. Whoa, Colby Hogan almost went for a ride, able to hold it, gonna lose track of it. Mike Cole rolling back into the 87, going into 3. We are back. Call now going to the inside, looking to make the move. Got it for the moment, but that momentum from the 11 on the outside, roaring back, assuming that lead. Mid-hang, Jake Hall, Jacob Malone. wall to the inside. Malone splitting the seam between Sable and Hang. Clearing himself up into that front row and now back up into the lead. What a move. Eric Sable now up near the front, as he has been most of the evening. It is interesting how these two lines play out. Michigan has always been an interesting track.
Well, yeah, I noticed Min Hang is like kind of, he's driving that top line, but he's kind of holding that entry a little longer. I'm thinking maybe to try to save some tires for the longer run, but.
Imagine, again, these guys, you got to be smart when you're up here near the front. You don't want to ruin anybody else's race. But now the 30 of Eric Sable up in front, and we have another caution. We have another caution. Looks like Christian Ruck-Regal involved in this one. Back that ass up and see what we can see. Give you a blimp cam first. Look at that 22 for the 88 and the 75 right near him. Let's see what happened. Oh. Interesting. Oh, 38. Gave him the what's one and the 26 as well. Let's back that ass up a little bit more.
Gave him the what's what.
How are we tying at Michigan? I don't know, bro. Let's see what happened here. Looks like he goes into 1 and 2. 75 gets a little close to him, but nothing really threatening in my opinion. But in the wall, Eshelman, 38. I think that's Eshelman.
Got that loose air. Ass end got loose out behind him.
Yeah, that was not good. And let's ride on board with a 38, because that was something. I don't know if he was not prepared for it. I mean, he had a little bit of time. Things are breaking down in front of him. He's hoping he stays up there, and boom. Not good if you're in the back of the pack in the house tonight. Has not gone the way that I think some of these drivers would have hoped. But again, that's all car control right there. There's so much you could do, again, especially on the restart. You're going to be a little loose a couple laps in. But again, track temp plays an important part in how that all plays out. But Eric Sable in the 30 Blue Moon Machine, your leader. Connor Rowe in the 5 right behind him. Min Hang, Jake Hall, and Gary Owen, your top 5. Josh Cole, Mike DeWalt, Chase Kroll, Brian Robertson, and Austin Thomas running out your top 10 currently. It's been a wild evening here. Week 9, if you want to call it. We're talking football. We're getting in the nitty-gritty. We're getting near the halfway point of the 2025 season. Again, last year we had 33 races. Some of us felt that it was a little bit long, so we cut it down to 25. So it makes every race now here going forward a little bit more intense, a little bit more pressure to make that top 10, or at least be one of the 2 wild cards. Again,
Gotta get them
changed.
points.
Points are important. They're crucial. And the more you miss, the more it hurts. Pace car lights now are going to go off. Eric Sable and Connor Rowe going to take us on the front row. Min Hang, Jake Hall going to be row 2. Row 3 is going to be Gary Owen. And it looks like Josh Cole, Mike DeWalt, Chase Kroll, Austin Thomas, and Ryan Robertson. Your top 10 at the moment. It has been tight racing, I will give you that. Again, a few cautions
We've had a
are
few
expected.
mistakes, but it hasn't been that bad.
No, not at all. Not at all. Pretty decent race, all things considered. Too much damage. I'm done. Oh, Fortson Poston out of the race. That is very unfortunate for the 2016. And here we go. The 30 having control inside of the restart zone.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And we are back at it for the Motor City 200, sponsored by Joseph Enright and Emma. Almost to the halfway point. Getting an early jump on the rest of the field, but is not going to last. Jacob Malone has dropped all the way back to 23rd. He's going to have to go through this field if he intends to contend here at the end. I didn't mean for that on the rhyme, it just happened.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Nice to make it, good way to make it come together.
That is what she said. Ethan Wisnowski, Joseph Enright, Brad Gutierrez, 3 wide. A lot of intensity. Colby Hope can track back here as well. Looks like at 22nd. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. But Eric Sable safely up in front at the moment. Nothing like an open racetrack in front of you, Andy. Nothing like it.
Gotta love it. Smooth sailing.
Oh man, I gotta get some yacht rock into the rotation. While we have you, we're gonna give our sponsor again a little bit of TV time for another Loose and Loud as we near the halfway point here for the Motor City 200.
Get loose, get loud.
There will be a caution.
bringing you out of this loose and loud right now as we have a caution. Again, I had to step away just for a brief moment in time. The caution has come out. See what we have here. See if we can find anything at all. I don't think I can find it. Yeah, my event log, I don't see what happened there, so we're just going to let it roll. But there is your next caution. But this is a good segue into tomorrow night. Again, May 6th, over at twitch.tv/basepuppy. You're going to get to watch the Buffalo Trace 200 Sprocket Series, race number 9 of 15. One last race after that before the playoffs. Again, tune in over at twitch.tv/basepuppy for Kentucky Speedway action for the Buffalo Trace 200 right here on twitch.tv. Gonna be a hot one, Ian.
So hot. Gonna drink a bunch of Buffalo Trace and go streaking through the quad.
No. Nobody wants to see it. Maybe they do.
Bring your green hat.
Bring your green hat. I'm opening up my last beer. This is sad. Somebody should turn on an HB drink time. I drink this whole here pretty soon. Get a little sassy before the night's over. That's my wife's problem. Just kidding. She's amazing. So Eric Sable, Connor Rowe going to be on the front row. Min Hang, Mike DeWalt, row 2. Austin Thomas, Chase Crawl, row 3. Gary Owen, Ryan Robertson, row 4. Rounding out your top 10, Ethan Wisnowski. And the 97 of Jesse Becker. Again, a lot of things happening tonight. A lot of commotion. But it has been a pretty decent race so far. I can't complain too much about it.
It hasn't been too bad.
No, Motor City 200 I think has been pretty damn good so far. Getting that 30 car Blue Moon machine. Gonna have control in the restart zone. Get back at it yet again. The quarrel resumes. In race number 9 of 25 here for the Motor City 200, sponsored by Joseph Enright and ABBA.
Abba Dabba. Abba Zabba, you're my only friend.
Eric Sable, Connor Rowe, Mike DeWalt, Austin Thomas, Chase Crawl, Gary Owen, Jesse Becker, Merrick Watchhorn, and Ryan Robinson, your top 10. Wow, jockeying for position, mid-pack, the back. It is getting wet and wild.
So wet, so wild.
Just like it's 2 a.m., you know that TV back in the 90s. You get that fuzz, but not before you get the racy commercials. Gone wild. Connor Rowe now out in front in that number 5 PhD Designs machine, slapping the wall like he would at home when he gets mad, slaps the wall. Mike DeWalt He is creeping up in the fourth right now. He's right on board with the man who loves a good pair of crab legs. I'm sorry, set crab legs.
Let's go, Mike. Come on, fucking get it.
Wow, Merrick Watchhorn getting awfully close to the 11-man hang. Oh, Mike DeWalt goes around almost on stream. And we've got action in the back. Everybody trying to avoid it. This is getting wild. Holy shit. On board with Mike DeWalt. He almost gets tossed like his skeleton. Friday night. Dropped him in fourth. Now he's all the way back to 17th after that Lupe fiasco. Up near the front now, Connor Rowe. Eric Sable goes to the inside. Merrick Watchhorn now in the 81. To Mike again. We'll redeem that. We'll get that done. But this battle for the lead is popping. The Monday night beers are
Little barley, little hops, you know.
Fest, bro.
That sounds like amazing. That sounds like amazing.
A bunch of different cheeses. Oh, and they
For like
got
beer
brats.
and cheese.
Everything, man. Everything. Oh, look at this. Connor Rowe trying to make it through. Not going to happen.
Oh, 3 wide, getting saucy.
Was saucy for a second. 30 car coming out on top and out back in front, but Jacob Malone, here he is. This guy hard to slow down, worked his way back up through the field. Those cautions benefiting him well, obviously, and he's right there in front. Giving him a little Portuguese cheese. Don't ask where I got that from, I don't know. Right on board, Brian Robertson.
Little Portuguese cheese, if you please.
Now, ladies, Ryan Robertson is single. He can drive a race car. I don't know what that equates to in lovemaking. Pretty good.
Strong hands.
Got some of those like balls the size of Super Balls, like the big ones. And I mean what I mean by that. He's willing to put it where other cars aren't ready to go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Either way, he's inside the top 10 here right now. Don't know where I was going with that joke, but kind of landed weird. Gary Owen. 87 target machine in 11th now. Denton in front end. Not much you can do about him, and that's slowing him down enough to keep him from contention. Austin Thomas in that 35 car. Haven't said his name a whole lot tonight, but has been creeping around here near the front. That Go Fast 35 machine. Alex Day goes what I meant earlier, that Mike is guaranteed a top 20. Yeah, you're a funny gal. Looking around all over the track. And Eric Sable, capable of Hogan, Connor Rowe, Merrick Watchhorn, your top 5 currently. Next time by, we'll have 41 laps to go. We'll get you one more jumping for position is the 81 and the 5. Min Hang's like, yeah, fuck that. We're going around on the outside. Not going to happen, and Connor Rowe almost cleared himself into oblivion. Right on board with the 11 of Min Hang to see what's shaking.
Crack-a-lackin'. Getting hot and heavy, and they still got 40 laps to go. Guys better calm down a little bit.
Jacob Malone now looks like he is challenging for the lead. Using that high side. Kobe Hogan trying to use that ultra wide streak. Are making way, giving Min Hang a chance to breathe. And Min trying to crack that goose egg and get a win. Colby Hogan trying to add to it. Thomas, Ryan Robertson, Ethan Wisnowski, and Josh Cole for top 10. Big shout out to Josh Cole, biggest mover here in the top 10. But overall, Blake Schneider, last week's Sprocket Series winner, making a push here now in that 6 machine. Starting from the 7th, now 3.
Hell, man.
Jacob Malone started out in front, Eric Sable in second, and that's the way it has been. 1 and 2 between these two guys, two drivers, two excellently skilled drivers, both. And I'm not trying to share too much, but when you have a driver over a 4K I rating and another one with a 5K I rating, you guys simply know what you are doing at this level. Colby Hogan right on board with him. Trying to add win number 4. Yeah, he's trying to get another W.
Another one.
On his quest for dominance. Because he always seems to be near the front.
Always up front.
He seems to do well in that Modelo machine. Again, it's Modelo time all the time. With Colby Hogan. Merrick Watchhorn made his return last week in the next gen car. Again, our points leader over in Sprocket, trying to climb the mountain here tonight and get a win in this next-gen Cup car, doing well, running in fourth. And in the next 10 laps or so, I believe we may get another round of pit stops, trying to ensure they can make it home. Jacob Malone, Eric Sable, Kobe Hellyeah, Brother Hogan, Merrick Watchhorn, and Minhang, your top 5. Connor Rowe, Ethan Wisnowski, Joe Stafford, Austin Thomas, and Jake Hall, your top 10. 3 wide for the lead. Let's go Storm Motorsports, go 96 and 97, go Christian 97. White is here supporting you. Just told him.
Let's go.
I'm kidding. I was going to be funny. I just could have told him. I appreciate that you're chatting with us. Again, hey girl, hopefully you're having a great evening. And where's the Robins at? We need these people back in our lives and back in our chat. Door banging for the lead. Eric Sable coming out on top for the moment. Minhang pouncing. Eric Sable, Merrick Watchhorn, Connor Rowe hitting now. Apparently they can make it. And this is interesting, and I'm glad, and I hope, again, next time by will be 30 laps to go. From what I know, you're kind of pushing it there. 70% fuel here to here. All down pit road currently. But your points leader now, your leader. Getting 3 wins on the year, trying to make it 4. Again, he's on the long run right now with his car. Joe Stafford, 75, Machine in second. After some early troubles, has worked his way up, and during the pit cycle, he is now inside the podium. What is up, Book? Joe now out in front as Colby, Jake Hall, and Skylar Comstock have all pitted. And they're running this one out. Redneck Firefighter says, I gotta say, it's been great 3-4 wide racing tonight. This has been fun to watch. Yes, indeed. It has been excelente. Kane Donahue is now pitted. Joe Stafford, let's get him some TV time. And how long do you go? You can't. You got to pit soon. If you haven't already, you got to soon. Right now, I think all you're doing is hurting yourself. You're losing time with those guys on the pressure set. Again, you're going to have a pressure set towards the end, but it may not make a difference if you're that far behind on time, because you're losing time each lap you're out there with those guys that have 100% of time. Andy, you fall asleep on me?
Yeah. No, I'm here. Sorry, I was just zoning in, man. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we'll see how it ends up the last, this last run here. And these guys that got these fresh tires, I mean, they're gonna be struggling to make it towards the end.
Joe Stafford, Josh Cole, Robert Marcello Jr., Andrew Allen, and Steven Jr. Your top 5 currently. Andrew Allen in that 88. Giving her all she's got tonight. Michigan is a good track for a lot of these guys. Just seems how it all comes out in the wash. Some of these guys like the shift here, some of these guys don't. It's all the preference of what you like. Get ready to go through the pit cycle. Let's give one more shout out to our sponsor tonight, Joseph Enright, and his love for ABBA. Fun fact about Joe, he has spent a lot of money on ABBA shit. So again, thank you for the sponsorship and appreciation. The Gears Racing League thanks you for your contribution. Loose and loud. Have a voyage. Here we go. down from the Loose and Loud. Again, I'm Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, alongside me, as always, here tonight, Andy Bisak, a.k.a. Trenoir. Got a new follow. Son
Kicking it.
Torrid. Thank you for that. Giving Eric some support. Appreciate that. Let's right on board with him. We're coming to 13 laps to go. Got some lap traffic. It says it's me, Kidorian. Just another. Oh, that's amazing. Again, Eric trying to get win number 1 in the Gears Cup Series. Trying to bring it home. Get new to the league, not to iRacing. Very good. Merrick Watchhorn and Jacob Malone right on his tail. This is going to be a dramatic end coming to 12 to go. Right on board with the 81 of Merrick Watchhorn. Sable goes to the inside of lap traffic. Christian Taylor getting up and out of the way. Looks like the race sponsor, Joseph Enright. Oh, little Netco, little backstretch wall action for Joseph Enright in the Aberfoyle sponsor machine. Oh man, we've got a roadblock in front of the 81. Lap traffic is serving to be a benefit for the 30 car of Eric Sable. This is wild. 2 lead lap cars trying to get around 2 lap down cars. Oh, this is nothing short of magical. And we almost see a travesty go down. But could that be the difference as we approach 10 laps to go? I was drinking Blue Moon tonight. It would have been destiny.
That would be great.
Our picks here tonight. My current pick right now is 7th with Brad Gutierrez. Andrew Bisak's pick of Mike DeWalt currently 15th. Again, that slide from earlier while we were riding on board really served costly for the 20 team. Jacob Malone and Merrick Watchhorn helping each other out. A little bump and run action. Jacob Malone is gone off of that 81 of Merrick Watchhorn. Again, Eric Sable started second tonight. Jacob Malone started on the pole. And Sable's got about a 1 second lead over the 45 of Jacob Malone. Running on board now with the 45 of Jacob Malone. As the laps tick down, you can feel it. Sable trying to keep it nice and smooth. Hopefully, saving enough tire. Jacob Malone, Merrick Watchhorn trying to cut into that lead, and it's not happening right now. In fact, they are losing time on the 30 car. Sable, Jacob Malone, Merrick Watchhorn, Jake Hall, Aiden Donahue, your top 5 men hang. Connor Rowe, Brent Gutierrez, Skylar Comstock, and Colby Hogan rounding out your top 10. Again, stay tuned with the Gears Cup Series post-race show powered by Joseph Enright and ABBA. Gonna get a few post-race interviews and then tee it up for next week. Whoa, 45 getting a little shaky.
Oof.
I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting. Again, Eric putting almost a 1.5 second lead on the rest. Well, excuse me, between second and third. Run on board with Merrick Watchhorn to see if he can do anything with his 45 car. Coming into play right here, and if you save, you're going to do pretty well in this mid cycle. 5 laps to go. Eric Sable out front. Has a little bit over a second and a half on Jacob Malone and Merrick Watchhorn. For now, seems to be a very anticlimactic finish. And here's the battle for fourth between Jake Hall in the 98 and the 82 of Aiden Donahue. Minhang watching from afar in 6th. And these guys trying to have a good finish here, top 5. It would feel pretty good. Right
yeah, Minhang, such a good run. Like, up front all night.
Hogan. Oh, we got a late action here between the 5 and 4.
Oh,
Skylar Comstock. Joel Stafford going to pounce on that opportunity to try to score the top 10. Gonna score. Never going to score. It is hot and heavy with 3 laps to go. Again, I don't want to jinx it, but this race has been, this whole second half has been fantastic. Hats off to these Gears Cup Series drivers for making it entertaining. 3 wide now. Looks like for 8th, excuse me, 9th. This is a battle for a top 10 right now. Connor Rowe in the 5 machine has that top 10 while Kobe Hogan does now. Little damage to that right front may be affecting the 10 car, that Negro Modella machine. I can't speak. Negro Modelo. Don't clip any. 2 laps to go. Eric Sable, Jacob Malone, Merrick Watchhorn, Jake Hall, and Aiden Donahue. In nearly 2 seconds for the 30 car. He's going to keep it here. Right here in that Blue Moon machine. Again, that Valencia orange in that beer. It's so delicious. Again, I'm a big fan of oranges. Love the taste of a Blue Moon. I drink that, especially if I go tailgating, hanging out in the backyard, cooking up some brats, burgers, steaks. Eric
Blue Moon with
picking
an orange
the right
in it
car.
with all of that? Yes, please.
Oh my God, it's so good. Again, he has been so good tonight. Qualified 2nd, trying to break that egg, get his first career win in Gears. It is happening right now. 30 viewers in the chat, the 30 car in the lead. Couldn't be destiny. Maybe it is. Coming around 3 and 4, the Motor City 200 winner at Michigan International Speedway is Eric Sable. Sponsored by Epic Forge.
What a turn of events.
Congratulations to Eric Sable. And right there to your left of the screen is your unofficial top 3. That guy's pulling over. But there you go. There is your winner. Again, getting a little congrats from Merrick Watchhorn. A solid race. from the Gears Cup Series. Again, put it in the chat. Congrats. Your fellow Gears driver, your first-time winner here tonight. Right here live on twitch.tv. Oh, whoa, he kind of flashed before our eyes, but there he is. Your winner of the Motor City 200 at Michigan. I'm going to let him burn it down. Get ready for the Gears Cup Series post-race show sponsored by Joseph Enright and Abba Voyage. Coming up next.
All in all, it was a pretty good race.
Bringing you back for the Gears Cup Series post-race show. Again, powered by Joseph Enright and ABBA, giving us all that we need to be powered. Again, bringing us in here for tonight, the third place finisher of Jacob Malone. Jacob, congratulations. I know you started on pole. I know this isn't probably what you wanted, but again, third place finish. Can't bitch too much about that. 30 seconds or less. Give us a quick synopsis on how your evening went.
Third place merchant. I try to be smart with pitting, and yellow is just hurt, so had to drive through the field on. I didn't take tires, so had to drive through the field on that. That was fun, which gave away track position, and that was where Eric led to winning the race. In reality, was that whole situation because I destroyed my tires. But yeah, me and Merrick battling. It was a very good battle, not very logical. If he worked with me like I tried working with him, we could have caught Eric, maybe have beaten him. But good battle between me and him. We raced each other pretty clean. It was just illogical.
Hey, that is your opinion, and you have your right to have it. Congratulations on a third place finish. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to you guys again. It's the same thing every night for putting this on. It's every time I'm in third place, which has been 3 in a row and all 3 starts. So good average finish. Good average finish,
absolutely.
But I kind of want to win
every
one.
time is pretty nice, bro.
Out of 40 cars, that's pretty damn good. I mean, you have tremendous amounts of talent. It shows every time you step out on the track against our competition. To be in the top 3 every week, that is not an easy thing to do. So, again, congratulations on a third place finish, and we'll see you here next week, right here at Rockingham.
Yep. Have a good one.
Thank you. Again, that was a 45 of Jacob Malone. Again, like I said, and especially like you touched on too, that's pretty damn good. I know he's probably disappointed in the finish, but at the end of the day, he had a great car, great finish. Let's bring in now the 81 of Merrick Watchhorn, finishing in second place here tonight. Leesburg, Virginia, man. Merrick, how are you feeling? Quick 30 seconds or less, quick synopsis on your evening and how it went.
We had a little somewhat damage on one of the restarts and had to pit, take all that damage back, and work our way up to the front. This Twiggy machine, this 81 Twiggy machine was definitely on rockets, but we just need a little bit more tire saving towards the end there to be able to get up to Eric there and challenge him for the win. Just hard battle, good team effort across the board. Good job there, Eric Sebel and Road Motorsports team. Let's go racing.
Yeah, I mean, this next gen car, I know they had a little bit of trouble early on, but it seems to suit you, man. Again, a mountain that is yet for you to climb. maybe you can dominate and get on top of this car after all. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just give a shout out to the league, y'all. You for broadcasting and everything else. And yeah, just to finish up that little part, my girlfriend and all my friends and family. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's gonna be a mountain. I spent the whole weekend learning this car. So the fact I came out second after EOL starting the back, hey, that's a win in my book. So we just gotta go back to the drawing board and learn how to drive this car a little bit faster and keep the tires on us a little bit longer.
Well, again, it's an admirable finish. You had a great car here tonight. Congratulations on a second place finish here tonight.
Thanks.
You are welcome. I'm going to say tonight one more time. Again, Merrick Watchhorn finishing in second place. Appreciate having him around. Give me 1 second. We'll get the winner in here in just a moment. Again, big night here for the Motor City 200. And nonetheless, cracking the egg and getting win number 1 is the 30 of Eric Sable, that Blue Moon machine, driving it into victory lane. Eric, congratulations. How are you feeling after starting on the front row and seemingly staying up all night? What was a quick synopsis of how your night went?
Yeah. Honestly, the entire race went pretty all right. I got, pushed back because it's so hard. It's all about momentum here in Michigan with this, next gen car, and man, it feels so good to get in the victory lane with Road Soda. I'm so happy they brought me, aboard this team. And it's so hard to win in this lead. I've never been in a lead so competitive ever in my life. So, man, it just feels good to get a win for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you were up front nearly all night long. Again, Jacob Malone obviously looks like he was a front runner. He was dominant. But that first pit stop kind of changed some things. And strategically throughout the race, you seemed to be up near the front more consistently than he was. Again, congratulations to you. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Everybody, you guys for putting on the broadcast. Snyder Graphics for building this beautiful Blue Moon Toyota Camry. And everybody at Road Soda for letting me come aboard and did their first win of the season for them.
Yeah, that is super important, especially in the team standings, but more importantly for yourself. Going to bump you up and then crack that egg to give you your first victory in the Gears Cup Series. Hopefully you have a wonderful work week. Tell everybody about it. And again, congratulations on your win here tonight for the Motor City 200.
Thank you very much, bud. You guys have a good night.
You as
Later.
well. Again, Eric Sable, your winner in the number 30 machine, bringing it home in victory lane. First win of his Gears Cup Series career. And man, what a great one as it was. Any final thoughts here, Andy?
I'm just thinking, like, each week these guys running better and better races. It's quite a fun race to watch. A lot of battles. As our guest alluded to, the momentum was really fun to watch the battles take place because of that. Good on the drivers tonight for putting on a good show.
Yeah, definitely. Again, impressive performance by our drivers. And as always, a fun broadcast. Again, Motor City 200 sponsored by ABBA Voyage. Joseph Enright, thank you so much for providing that. Again, next week, let's tune into that. That will give you that graphic. Again, the Rock Lobster 200 at Rockingham Speedway. Sponsored by Storm Motorsports. Same bat time, same bat channel. We will be here bringing it to you live right here on twitch.tv. But for Andrew Bisag, I am Tom Torrey. Wishing you a wonderful work week. And we'll see you back here next Monday night right here on Casa de la Horseboat.